All right, there. Let's get into these nominations. All right, let's talk about them. Okay, people. So, the Oscar, they just announced the 2026 nominees there. Sinners led the pack, 16 nominations, the most nominations for any film in the Academy's history there. That was pretty big. Following Sinners with 16 nominations, you had One Battle After Another with 13 nominations. So, um, and you did you what did you think about One Battle After Another? Did I ever ask your thoughts about it?
The film,
Yeah,
I loved it.
loved it.
I
Okay.
thought I thought it was great. I was entertained the entire time. The visceral, kinetic, chaotic energy never let up the entire film. It's not better than Sinners. It shouldn't be
Mm.
winning over Sinners like it is so far this award season. This is like, yes, 16 nominations is great, but so far, Critics' Choice, Golden Globes. What else has happened so far? It's
Yeah, Critics' Choice, Golden Globes. I'm trying to think of the other ones, the other big ones there. I can't think of them at the moment.
SAG hasn't happened yet,
No, that's not happened yet.
but
Yeah.
yeah. I don't know. So far, I wouldn't be surprised if Hollywood just oh, PTA has done it again, or he's back. Let him. Yeah, hopefully these 60 nominations are a reflection of what's to come. Sinners should and deserves to sweep at the Oscars. It should win all the major awards at the Oscars. But with that said, as we've noticed over the years, the Oscars as an award show, being the biggest stage in Hollywood during award season, has lost a lot of merit and credibility because it's been revealed that the people who vote at the Oscars don't watch everything the way the Critics' Choice. The critics, they have to watch everything and then vote. Or SAG, where it's literally your peers who are deciding, members of the guild are deciding what was the best. Like those awards have the most weight in terms of credibility and you know legitimacy. Over the years, the Oscars have lost a lot of legitimacy, and we'll see how it goes this year. Fingers crossed as always, but Hollywood never ceases to
Disappoint.
disappoint or surprise. Oh, yeah.
So yeah, Sinners led the pack, 16 nominations. So this blow past. So originally the lead was held by 14 nominations. So 3 movies held that, where you had La La Land, which I still have not seen La La Land there. You had All About Eve as well, and then you also had Titanic with the 3 movies that had 14 nominations there. So you had that. So then you also had so this year in 2026, you had Marty Supreme, Frankenstein, and Sentimental Value. They all had 9 nominations. So they each had 9 there. All right. Did you want to start with the big one first, Best Picture, and work your way down, kind of?
Sure.
Okay. So we got Best Picture here. So Best Picture, you got Begonia, which that kind of surprised me. That's the Yorgos Lanthimos movie there. You also have F1, which surprised me as well. That was in there. Frankenstein, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, The Secret Agent, Sentimental Values, Sinners, and Train Dreams. So of course they're doing 10. Oscars have been doing that for a while now with 10 nominees for Best Picture. What do you think about these nominees? Any ones you would take out? Any ones that are surprising for you?
All right. But a surprising F1 was Top Gun Maverick nominated for Best Picture?
It was, yeah.
Interesting. It's definitely a very well-made film, but it has that classic popcorn. Not that those films don't deserve awards, but it's a sports drama. Typical '80s fashion. The rogue maverick, who could have been great back in the day. Struck out years later. He has a chance to bounce back with a team who needs help. It's a story we've seen before, and do I personally think it's worthy for Best Picture? Not really. I don't think it should be here. Hence all the memes of F1 and what else? There's 2 movies that are like being laughed at for like being in the circle. There's I think I sent you one. Um, I may have. I think it's F1, and people are actually surprised that One Battle is also
Mm,
nominated for Best Picture, even though I'm not.
really?
Um,
Mm,
but yeah, I think everyone. And to be fair, I have not seen everything, but F1 I think is the biggest surprise here. I like Begonia. It was in my top 10, and Yorgos Lanthimos and Emma Stone, they come together and they always make something that's interesting and I guess artsy enough to be recognized, and it's always a well crafted film, so that part makes sense. Um, Hamnet looked really good. I did not see Hamnet, but everyone who watched it loved it, and the main actress is receiving a lot of
yeah.
uh,
Jesse Buckley. Yeah.
yeah, Jessica or Jennifer.
Jesse Buckley.
Jessie Buckley, yeah.
Yeah.
She's going to be in the in her own Bride of Frankenstein movie coming up soon,
Yeah.
so that'll be exciting. Um, Paul Paul Mescal,
Yes.
was he snubbed? Was he not nominated? I think that was I think that
Let's see. By lead, I don't think. Yeah, I don't think he was nominated for his
yeah.
role. No, he
Yeah,
wasn't.
yeah, he wasn't. Yeah, I haven't seen it, but that is surprising considering the film is nominated for Best Picture. She's nominated, and I guess his I guess his performance wasn't strong enough for to be nominated. I don't know. I didn't see Train Dreams, Sentimental Value. I wanted to see sentimental Sentimental Value because of Stellan Skarsgård, but I didn't get to see it. But I saw Begonia, F1, Frankenstein, Mars Supreme, One Battle, and Sinners. Um,
Mm,
I love that Frankenstein has 9 overall. I think after Sinners, I think I would have Frankenstein. It was just a beautifully well crafted film, and in every way. The direction and the acting is just it's all very beautiful. Um, yeah, I'm glad Sinners has 16. I'm glad it's leading the pack, and I hope it wins Best Picture. I'll
mm.
be um, I'll be upset if it's One Battle, and I didn't see The Secret Agent. Did you?
Yeah.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was really good. Secret
Okay.
Agent. Yeah.
It's a Brazilian film.
Yes.
Okay. Um, I know this gentleman. I forget his name, but
Oh, Wagner Moore.
yeah, Wagner Moore. He won best actor. The Golden Globes are weird with their categories because Timothy
Yeah.
Chalamet won best actor as well, and
Yeah,
so
he
did
won for comedy or musical, and
comedy
then Magna
musical.
Moore won for drama.
Yeah, I didn't know Mars Supreme was a comedy.
Yeah. I mean, they kind of just put any like one battle after another. I think also didn't Leo get nominated for in that category too, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
he did.
So yeah.
Um, like you can have comedic moments, but like Marty Supreme, Uncut Gems, A Good Time. These are heart pounding, anxiety inducing thrillers. They're yeah. Thriller doesn't always mean horror. Thriller means your heart is racing. Like what's gonna happen next? Like high tension, high drama. Go go go. That's what that film is. It's not a comedy. Same with The Bear being nominated for comedy. It's a drama with comedic moments. Um, One Battle I think is more intentionally comedic. If you're watching it in the theaters, you can tell. You could argue it's a dramedy, maybe One Battle.
Yeah.
It's
It's got comedy elements, just like
a
Mario
lot,
Supreme, I'd
a
say
lot.
has.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I feel like with One Battle, those comedy elements are a lot more intentional. Like um, uh, what's the guy's name? The crazy guy, Sean Penn. Like him, putting his comb in his mouth and then combing that little bit of hair he has, like that is intentionally meant to be funny. Or Leonardo grilling his daughter's friends before they take her to something like that. That dad thing is intentionally meant to be funny.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah. I would love to. I still want to see. Out of what I have not seen, I definitely want to see Hamnet and Sentimental Value. If I had to pick what I have not seen and what do you want to, so yeah, best picture. I'm ready for Sinners. I'm not mad. But I'm also rooting for Frankenstein a lot. So between those two. But obviously, I want Sinners to win. Um,
Yeah.
but we'll see.
I've seen all these movies except for
Nice, nice.
Train
Wow.
Dreams.
Okay.
So I'll watch that this weekend probably. I mean, it's not a very long movie. It's on Netflix, so it's easy to watch there. But I had Neil on, who's my co-host. He loved it. He was one of his favorite movies of the year. And yeah, so I've seen all. So yeah, the two big surprises for me were F1 and Begonia. I would have swapped out F1. I'd put in It Was Just an Accident.
Mm,
I don't know if you've seen that one. That's the Iranian film. Um,
no.
Really, really good, really well done. I love that a lot. And then I also would have swapped out Begonia. That's also another thing people are talking about is like, where's the love for No Other Choice, man? No Other Choice got no love here. Park Chan Wook, nothing, no, not even for writing, none of the performances. And it's just kind of crazy to me. And I absolutely love that movie. I thought it was really, really great. One of my favorite movies, my second favorite movie of 2025. And yeah, I really loved it a lot. But yeah, I don't know why they didn't give it any love there for it. It wasn't even, yeah, so just zero, nothing. And it was a strong year for foreign international films. It was a pretty strong year with Secret Agent, with It Was Just an Accident, with this film. It was a really, really good year. Also, there's that movie called The Voice of the Mind Rajab there that I hear really great things about. I have not seen it. But yeah, that's a movie there. I think it's about like people talking to a girl that's like trapped under like a building, I think, like in Gaza, and everything. Like it's like a 911 call, I think. But yeah, so that kind of, I think the thing with F1 is it's like your popular pick, I guess, because them expanding it to 10 nominations, it's like let's throw in a movie that maybe a lot of people, maybe mostly have seen. That's how you got like Top Gun Maverick that was nominated, and Avatar was nominated for Best Picture. So that's why you think throw in F1. F1, I think is fine. I think it's a decent movie there. The racing sequences are really great, and I think for the technical stuff, it being nominated makes sense, like sound and editing and all that thing. That makes a lot of sense. But yeah, I was really surprised about Best Picture for it there. And hey, how's it going there, Sage? Sage from Rated Info Maturity there. I'm doing well there. Thank you for stopping by there. And yeah, so but the rest of them don't really seem like that much of a surprise. Hamnet, I'm not really big on Hamnet myself. I don't really love it all that much really there, but I'm happy for Chloe Zhao. And she got nominated, and I think they said she's the only woman that's been nominated twice for Best Director. Um,
Nice.
so good for her. Which I kind of predicted she would get nominated for that. So who do you think the race is between? You think it's between Sinners and One Battle, you think, as far as Best Picture goes?
So far it's the worst season. That's how it looks. It looks like the two front runners, the two people racing at the front are the Sinners in one battle. That's how it looks so far.
Yeah. So what are you putting your money on? You putting your money on Sinners?
Sinners.
Okay. I think they probably will split it. I think they might give Sinners Best Picture, but then they'll give Paul Thomas Anderson Best Director. I think they'll split it.
Nonsense. Yeah, they'll probably do some nonsense like that, which not deserved. Not deserved. It should go. It should go to Ryan.
So then these are the other categories here. You got performance by an actor in a leading role. Timothy Chalamet, Marty Supreme, Leonardo DiCaprio, One Battle After Another, Ethan Hawke, Blue Moon. I have not seen Blue Moon. I think that's the only one of these I have not seen. Michael B. Jordan, Sinners, Wagner Moore, The Secret Agent. I think Wagner Moore is kind of the dark horse here. I put money on him. I think he has a chance to steal it from, because I think a lot of people are leaning towards Timothy Chalamet is probably going to get it, but
Mhm.
I'm gonna put my money on Wagner Moore. What are you thinking?
Um, I don't know. I feel like Wagner Moore might be. I feel like Secret Agent has the potential to be the Anora this award season, where they were going in a certain direction, but after they saw maybe some backlash online, they were like, okay, let's go somewhere, let's go in a different direction and give it, give it to another project that was good and just comes with no political baggage. So yeah, best actor. if I'm not surprised if they were like, okay, let's go with Wagner Moura. He's the more neutral choice. If he wins, you know, oh, hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's funny people talking about Wagner Moura and they said like you got all the Latin dilfs all in Star Wars. He cast in Star Wars, and you got Oscar Isaac, you got also Pedro Pascal, and you got the guy from Andor,
Diego Luna.
Diego Luna. So it's
Yeah.
like, hey, they got all the Latin actors there, Star
Yeah.
Wars, collecting them like Infinity Stones. But yeah, I'm sorry, what were you saying?
um, yeah, I think it should be Michael B. Jordan. People there'll be there will be backlash if they choose Timothy or Leo over Michael B. Jordan. I think Wagner is like a safer choice. If they don't want to give it to Michael, they're probably going to give it to Wagner, just to give it to someone else and not receive too much hate. I also have not seen Blue Moon, but but in the trailer, Ethan Hawke's his look, he's fully transformed, and I like how theatrical it seems to be. There's a lot of like leaning back and like putting his hands together. Like he seems like a very wholesome and kind of guy. And I love drinking Blue Moon. So
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know much else about the film. I haven't seen it, but I've seen Sinners, Mars Supreme, and One Battle. So yeah, once again, I'll be rooting for Michael B. Jordan.
Okay. Yeah. So my pick would be, I think who's gonna win. I think Wagner Moura is gonna win, and I wouldn't be mad if he won. I think he's really great in Secret Agent. I think he's really amazing in that movie. So yeah. You got also, so here you got Best Actor in a Supporting Role as well here. Benicio del Toro, One Battle After Another. Jacob Elordi, Frankenstein. Delroy Lindo, and Sinners there. Sean Penn, One Battle After Another. Stellan Skarsgård, Sentimental Value there. I think it's probably between Benicio del Toro and Sean Penn. I think I wouldn't be shocked if they give it to Benicio del Toro. I think when I first saw One Battle After Another, I was like, this guy definitely Sean Penn, best supporting actor. I think he's really great, real scene stiller a lot in the role. What are your thoughts?
Okay, my thoughts. Jacob Elordi is someone before Delroy Lindo was nominated, and Jacob he won either the Golden Globe or the Critics' Choice. He won something for Frankenstein.
Let me see if I can look that up there. What did he win for?
Real quick, because I know.
Let me see here. Uh, let's see here. Creature. It says he earned nominations at the Golden Globes there. I don't see where he won though. For that though.
Maybe he won Critics' Choice, but he did win.
It says let's see. He won at the New York Film Critics Online. He won for that for Frankenstein. A lot of like film critic circles, like in London. No, wait, he won in Houston. Houston Film Critics Society. He won there. I'm seeing where he won, and then he also won at the Newport Beach Film Festival. He won for best. He won there. Oh no, he won the Maverick Award.
Critics' Choice. He won Critics' Choice.
Okay, Critics' Choice. He did win. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So I love the film. I loved his performance. I didn't see Euphoria, and I didn't finish Saltburn. So this is the first thing I've seen him all the way through in, and he was fantastic. And I am now a fan of Jacob Elordi. So the cherry on top, when he won the award for Critics' Choice, I was very excited. I'm like, okay, I think I'm team Jacob Elordi for the rest of the award season. But that was before Delroy got nominated. So I'm rooting for either Delroy or Jacob Elordi for best supporting actor. Between Sean Penn and Benicio del Toro, obviously Sean Penn's performance was the more dramatic and transformative, but Del Toro's character is so much more likable, and a few small beers just really blew up. I'm glad I'm not the only one who feels the way feels that way about that scene. It's hilarious. I watch it almost every day, just on Instagram, just to find it. Um, pardon me. And yeah, as much as I love Stellan Skarsgård, and I really wish the Andor cast got some love for their brilliant work, I did not see that sentimental value, so it would not. It'd be silly for me to root for him. I haven't seen it, so uh, yeah. So for best supporting actor, I like this. I like this lineup. For me, it's I am rooting for either Delroy or Jacob. I hope one of them win. If Del Toro wins, I'm not mad because I love him and I love what he did in that movie. So um,
Yeah.
uh, yeah, Sean Penn. If Sean Penn wins, fine. Like this whole category, honestly, fine. Delroy Lindo being in the mix does make it more exciting. It would be awesome if he won because he deserves it. It's long overdue, and he's already an Oscar-worthy actor. Um, yeah, I'm rooting for Delroy and Jacob, but a little extra push for Delroy.
Mm. Yeah, Delroy Lindo, I wouldn't be surprised if he snakes it. And I love Stellan Skarsgård in Sentimental Value. I guess he was put here in supporting because it was just too much of a crowded category for lead. Because really watch Sentimental Value. I mean, he's the only real leading male actor in it because the rest are mostly he's acting across three women, really. His because it's a movie about his two daughters and then Elle Fanning, who's like an actress who plays an actress in it. So um yeah, so I guess they're like, well, it'd be easier just to put you in supporting. But he's really amazing in Sentimental Value. I love that movie. But I think it's probably between Sean Penn there and Benicio del Toro and Delroy Linda for Sinners. But I could see him maybe like, I don't know, maybe they'll do like a Jamie Lee Curtis thing. Maybe they'll be like, well, since you've been in Hollywood for so long, let's kind of give it to you. I'm sorry I reminded you about that. Like she beat out Stephanie Shu there. But yeah. Best performance by actress in a leading role here. You got Jessie Buckley, Hamnet, Rose Byrne, If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You, Kate Hudson, Song Sung Blue, Renee Revize, Sentimental Value, and Emma Stone, Begonia. The two surprises here, I think, are probably Kate Hudson, Song Sung Blue. I think a lot of people weren't predicting that one. And then Emma Stone, Begonia also was kind of maybe a little bit of a surprise. The heavy favorite in this, I mean, I think she's won pretty much all the awards leading up to it, is Jessie Buckley. She's won all of it. I personally, out of these people, I mean, the only movie I haven't seen here is Song Sung Blue. I'd probably want either Rose Byrne or Renette Rizvi to win, but I don't know. Maybe Jessie Buckley, her being such a heavy favorite, could maybe work against her, and then maybe they'll pick somebody else. But those would be my two options there. What about you?
Yeah, so this is a category, unfortunately, I'm a little on the out of. I've seen Begonia, and that's it. I have not seen If I'd Like. And I remember you told me to check out Rose Byrne because it was a good movie. I have not seen it. Have not seen Hamnet, Sentimental Value, or Song Blue. If I had to guess, um, I think they're going to go with Jessie Buckley. I think she's the crowd favorite this award season. And yeah, Emma Stone has what, three Oscars? Two?
Really?
Yeah. Emma
Because she
Stone,
won for Poor Things.
Poor Things.
Did she win for La La Land? No, she didn't win for La La Land, right? Did she?
I think she did.
Oh, did she? Oh,
She
okay.
did, and that's why I was frustrated because that was 2026. No, sorry, that was 2016, and I was that year. I think I was rooting for Natalie Portman for playing Jackie Kennedy because I personally really enjoyed Jackie.
Hmm.
But yeah, I enjoyed La La Land, but I was like, this is Best Actress, someone who had to like stretch and show range. Emma Stone's kind of playing herself. Mia is a character and a story she can easily tap into because she had that giving up everything to chase your dreams kind of background. But yeah, Emma Stone, she doesn't need another one. If she wins, fine. That's great. I'm a massive fan, and she doesn't seem like someone. She doesn't present herself as a Robert De Niro or Meryl Streep type of performer, but she just because she's a a millennial. But Yeah, if you look at her filmography, look at her work. She is her work itself is well decorated with just great performances. Um, but yeah, I love Rose Byrne. Um, Kate Hudson's nice. I think it's nice that she was nominated. Has she ever been nominated before for Best Actress in anything?
I don't believe she has. I think
Yeah,
they said I don't believe let me make sure, but I don't yeah, I don't think she has.
yeah, um,
But that was yeah, that was kind of a surprise there. Which
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
This song, some it looks like looked like a very fun, entertaining movie. I didn't think it was. It didn't look very Oscar worthy, but sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I think if I had to take maybe Kate Hudson out, I'd put in maybe like I said, Amanda Seyfried, Testament Ann Lee, could put her in there. I thought she was really good in that. The woman from No Other Choice, I think, was pretty great there. I think people talking about her. I think you could put her in there. I think she would have been a great choice. But I haven't seen Song Sung Blue, so maybe I'm wrong on that. But those will just be some of my options if you had to maybe kick her out of it. Um, all right. Performance by an actress in a supporting role. Elle Fanning, Sentimental Value. Inga Ispadater Lilius, there for Sentimental Value. Amy Madigan, Weapons. Wumi Moscow for Sinners, which this surprised me. I didn't think they recognized Wumi, but they did. So that was awesome. Tiana Taylor, One Battle After Another. Much like with the leading with best actress there in a leading role. I think the heavy favorite, that category has a heavy favorite, and this one also has a heavy favorite. Tiana Taylor, would you agree that she's kind of the heavy favorite for this best supporting?
I would say so because of the so even though the people who attend Golden Globes say, oh, they say the Golden Globes is more of a big party in Hollywood. It's the fun award show for actors. It's the pressure's off apparently during Golden Globes. It's yeah, they go to have fun, and the award itself, hey, I won, that's cool. I'm leaving. Um, Tiana Taylor, I know the film has gotten some heat and some backlash, and you know some black folk are having trouble celebrating her success in this because of the quality and content of the story itself, and how black women are being portrayed. But I would have to say that Tiana Taylor is probably the front runner. She's probably the favorite to win. I didn't see Weapons; it seemed too scary. But I know Amy Madigan. It's nice to see it nominated because horror is still a valid genre and medium for storytelling. Um, uh, Wumi Masaku, that is very exciting. Seeing her from oh my goodness, Lovecraft Country, Loki, um, and now Sinners. She's brilliant. She was brilliant in Sinners. I It's very exciting to see her here. If she won, that'd be fantastic. I'm obviously rooting for her in this category. Um, yeah, because unfortunately, I haven't seen much else besides One Battle and Sinners, and they're the only Black women who are here and nominated. So that's kind of ironic. Yeah, I'm rooting for Wumi. Um, they they might they might give it to Tayana. I'm not surprised if they lean. I think she's also the more popular choice. Kind of like how F1 is
Mm.
is like the fun popular choice. I think this is, a lot of people saw One Battle, and Tayana Taylor has her own fan base, and yeah, I'm ready for Rumi, but it might be Tayana.
Yeah. My personal favorite, Inga would probably I loved her in Sentimental Value. She'd be my personal pick. Who would I and then her and Woomy would probably be two who I'd want to win it the most. Amy Madigan for Weapons, I think she does really well in Weapons. It's cool, like you said, horror movies are getting chance to be nominated and the performances of it to be nominated. So, that's a shame. And like you said, she's also been in the business a long time. They might give it to her because she's also been in for such a long time and go like, hey, let's give it to you for that. Tiana Taylor does an amazing job in One Battle After Another. Initially, when I saw the movie, I thought, wow, she really isn't in this movie all that much, really. She's kind of gone for, to me, a large part of it. So, but yeah, and not say that matters because actors have won for supporting roles and only been in the movie for like 10 minutes or
Yeah.
15 minutes or whatever. So that doesn't necessarily matter. But yeah, I know there's a lot of controversy with Tiana Taylor and her character, and people have issues with that. So I don't know if that'll impact her winning or not. Um, but yeah, but strong category, a lot of strong people here. I wouldn't be mad necessarily if any of them won. I think everyone does a really great job in their roles here. Best animated feature: Arco, Ilio, K-pop Demon Hunters, Little Amelia, or the character of Rain, Zootopia 2. Now, these I've only seen Zootopia 2 and Demon Hunters, so I can't really offer that much of a insight on the other ones there. I think it'll probably be it's between I think K-pop Demon Hunters and Zootopia 2. I think it's the things it's between. I think I would be surprised if K-pop won. I think there's a lot of hype around that movie, and it kind of took the world by storm. I think, but Zootopia 2 also did make over $1 billion. It did make that. Did you see Zootopia 2? And I know you saw K-pop Demon Hunters, but did you see Zootopia?
Yeah. So, best animated feature, like you, Josh, I've only seen K-pop, Zootopia 2, and I saw Elio. I did see
Oh
Elio.
yes, right, you did see. You were the 5 people that saw. You were one of the 5 people that saw it. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Um, yeah. So it's this is a fun category this year. It's a fun race because we have two films that are definitely worthy and definitely deserve to win. K-pop Demon Hunters, like you said, massive hit, like undeniable success. It blew up. The songs are popular on the radio. The singers who sing for the characters are now on Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel. They're the ones. The singers are the ones on these
Yeah. Halftime shows at the football games.
halftime shows. They're making more red carpet appearances than the voice cast, the actors.
Mm.
So the songs are infectious. They're undeniable. Who doesn't love a great pop song? Um, and yeah, it's fun. It's entertaining. It's the same studio that did Spider Verse, which is why the animation looks the way it does. It's beautiful. It's really great. And on top of that, EJ, her story really lends to this film's success during award season. Just telling her story and how she was shut out from being an idol in South Korea. She auditioned because K-pop they manufacture their groups. You audition and they put you. It's not like Boys to Men or Backstreet Boys, where we're old friends and we sang together in the high school bathroom, and we stopped backstage and like had a big break. In South Korea, they're girl groups and boy bands, but they're made. They're very it's very it's very industry heavy. So seeing her story about struggling and being told she's not good enough, and now she's in her 30s, and that's kind of where you age out of doing the whole K-pop idol thing. She's having her renaissance. She's getting her flowers. She's earning, everything that she does, everything that she worked so hard for. So that's really beautiful. Zootopia 2, it made $1 billion in 17 days. It broke that, which is a record. It made like no movie has hit $1 billion that fast. Live action, animation, Avengers, Star Wars, and it's never happened. So all this means is don't count out family films, especially during the holiday season. If there's something in theaters for families to see, they will go out in droves to see it, especially if it's good. And Zootopia, the first movie, Predator and Prey, is like an allegory for race relations. And then in 2, we have old money, corrupt government officials, erasing people's history, buying their land, stealing their land and covering it up. They go even deeper with the socio-political themes, and I really loved it. I liked Zootopia 2 more, and I really enjoyed the first one. I thought they succeeded in making a sequel. They went deeper with their real life themes, and they pushed the narrative forward. Judy and Nick aren't they're not going to be together. This film established they're going to remain a platonic.
Never know. Maybe in the third one they go like That's what
Yeah,
people want, man. I guess that's what people want.
people want some rabbit fox hybrid babies. Apparently, people want some floppy eared orange fur, hybrid babies. I don't know. I don't think they're gonna do that, but yeah, I really love Zootopia too. Elio was a surprise for me. Pixar historically has that reputation for winning at the Oscars because they've had a reputation and just this streak of dropping banger after banger after banger. And I was personally nervous about Elio because it looks just like Luca, and I was not impressed by Luca at all. I did not love Luca the way a lot of other people did. Besides Silencio Bruno, I did not care about anything else. Um, in Luca, and the characters here look just like how the characters in Luca are done. But luckily, it's not like Luca. It is very funny. It's relatable. Someone who doesn't fit in, feels like an outcast, being raised by someone who isn't their actual parent, but they're trying their best. Yeah, like little bit of ET vibes going on. The alien friend who he does befriend is like a scene stealer. He's hilarious, and yeah, it wasn't Pixar's best, but it was the best thing they've done in a while, considering you know I think over the past few years they kind of maybe lost that streak. Not for me personally. I loved Elemental and Turning Red, but apparently Pixar went woke and focused on a lot of more culturally based stories that are more specific to a storyteller's perspective and life. But so they weren't received as well as they should have been, in my personal opinion. But yeah, Elio was passable. It's not Pixar's best, but I liked it a lot more than Luca, and I was nervous going in, and I came out happy. It was I enjoyed Elio.
Mm, okay. But yeah, we'll see. I think, like I said, K-pop Demon Hunters or Zootopia 2 probably between them. But I wouldn't be mind if K-pop won over Zootopia because Zootopia is our yeah. Didn't they win? The first one won for best animated feature, right?
I think the first one's 2016.
Zootopia, did it win for best animated feature? Let me check it out. Let's see. Let's see. Yeah, it did. It won for 89th Academy Awards Best Animated
Okay,
Feature.
okay, and then the next year was Coco, because that's 2017, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay,
So,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh wow, this was a good year too. You had Kubo and the Two Strings,
yeah,
Moana, the Red Turtle, My Life as a Zucchini. Oh, okay, you had some good ones.
yeah.
Okay.
So in this category, I am rooting for K-pop Demon Hunters. It would just be another notch on EJ's belt, like just a resounding success. Obviously, it's not her film, but she's the reason why it's popular. She wrote the songs, and she's singing.
Yeah.
The reason why we fall in love with the characters because of their talent, their voices, and it's her song, her words, her voice. So it I'd be wrong, if I said I didn't have the film on itself. I listened to it at the gym. It hypes me up. It's catchy, it's fun, it's high energy. So yeah, either K-pop, and if they don't win, Zootopia. If they win, that's fine. Zootopia already won. It made $1 billion in 17 days. So I want K-pop to win. I haven't seen Arco. I've seen images and trailer for Arco.
I'm seeing that this week. It looks gorgeous. The animation looks
It
gorgeous.
does look cool. And I have no idea what Little Emily or the character of Rain is. But that's a very pretty title for a film.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm ready for K-pop Demon Hunters.
Well, since we already talked about it already, so like you mentioned the songs of K-pop Demon Hunter, and those are nominated here. So you got Golden, which was the big hit, big smash hit of 2025 that came from K-pop Demon Hunters. You have Dear Me, which was from Dion War Relentless. Then you also have as well I Lied to You from Sinners, Sweet Dreams of Joy there. And then also Train Dreams was from the movie Train Dreams. I think it's right between Golden and I Lied to You.
Yeah,
Those are two of the things.
yeah.
Now, what do you think is winning out of those two?
Because this is the best original song category. I'm I'm going to safely assume that Golden has more radio play. I'm going to assume Golden has more of a reach across, multiple demographics. Um, Lied to You definitely deserves to win. That sequence in the film is breathtaking and just a cinematic achievement in every way. Um, I am rooting. I would love for I Lie to You to win because it's Miles Caton's voice, and he is receiving a lot of love, which he deserves this award season. But this is for this category. Of course, it would. This is EJ's category, as I just said. This is her category. This is her song. If she won here, it would be. You know what? Even though I Lied to You deserves to win, I think I'm gonna be voting for Golden just because of EJ and her success story.
Is that her?
That's her. That's her.
Okay.
She's in her 30s now, which is considered, geriatric in the world of K-pop.
Okay.
Is her name Ray Me? This her with the puffs. I think she's from the DMV. I think she's from around my way.
Oh, okay.
Um,
So they're Asian American. Okay.
yes,
Oh, okay.
I believe so. I think yes, yes.
Okay.
I think EJ was born in America. Um, but yeah, because she wrote the song, it would mean a lot if she won in this category because that would be her Oscar. You know what I mean? So for what it would mean more if she won versus Ludwig. Ludwig, he's a well decorated composer at this point. He's won so many awards for his brilliant work, and
I think he'll win best score for Sinners. I think he'll win the score. I think Sinners will win the
which
score.
he deserves, which he absolutely deserves. Sinners should win the best score. Absolutely, best original song. Somebody take me. Like
I mean, that's good too. Yeah,
it's
that's
it's,
really good.
it's brilliant. This is a tough race, but best original song. Popularity, radio play, um, its overall effect on pop culture. You can argue both have an effect on pop culture. I'm leaning more towards Golden in this category, personally.
Mm, yeah, yeah. I think Golden's probably gonna get it. It's fun,
Golden
it's
and,
poppy,
and,
but
and I Lied to You. Like it's right there.
yeah. So I wouldn't be upset about that. Yeah. And then the score, like we mentioned, so Sinners there, we already mentioned that. Do you think any of these other movies have a chance? You got Begonia, Frankenstein, Hamnet, one below after another. You've seen Frankenstein, you've seen One Battle.
Yes.
Do you think any of these other ones? Frankenstein was good. That was a good one.
And it was gorgeous, man. Gorgeous. Um, I don't know the name of the piece of music, but it plays throughout the entire film. But it really resonates at the very end where they bury the hatchet, they forgive each other, or Frankenstein, the creature forgives Dr. Frankenstein, Victor, and it ends with him, walking into the sunlight. Because early in the movie, when he was just born, Frankenstein told him the sun is life, the sun is it's everything. It's just I don't it's just a very beautiful melody. It's sweeping, it's beautiful, it carries you, it takes you away. Um, and yeah, it's Alexander Desplat. He's great. He does a lot of amazing work. So yes, Ludwig Göransson, rooting for him. He's probably going to win.
This would be a third one.
Yeah, this will be his third one.
Yeah, wow.
'Cause he is brilliant.
Because he won for Black Panther,
But
and then what was the other one he won for? Trying to think, what was the other one? Was it Oppenheimer? Did he win for that
I
one?
think it was Oppenheimer. Yeah, hold on.
Yeah, I think it maybe was that one there. I can't remember. But yeah, he's done really, really well. So I mean, he's one of the best composers of our time, Ludwig Göransson for sure. And I didn't know him and Ryan Coogler had that deep of a connect. I didn't know they go way back. They've gone since
Yeah,
college.
they were roommates in college. Yeah,
I
yeah.
didn't know it went that way back. Yeah, so it was Oppenheimer. Okay.
Yes, he has won 2 awards. Yes, he has won 2 Oscars for best score.
Yeah.
This will
Um,
be third if he wins.
yeah. All right. Let's see. Let me go back up here. I didn't see any animated short. Those were always there's always something I didn't see, so I can't really comment on that. I don't know if
Yeah,
you've seen.
those are tough to tune into.
Documentary feature. Also, I have not watched any one of those ones. There, I wish I could see more documentaries there. So I'll skip over these two. Let's go best director. So you got Chloe Zhao, Hamnet, Josh Safdie, Mari Supreme, Paul Thomas Anderson, one by after another, Joaquin Terrier, Sentimental Value, and then Ryan Coogler Sinners. Like I said, I think they'll split it. I think they'll do one for best picture, then they'll split it with best director. Paul Thomas Anderson has never won. I think a major. Okay, he's been nominated a bunch, but he's never won. So I think he'll probably get it, and then they'll split it, and they'll give Sinners maybe best picture. What are you thinking? What are your thoughts?
Yes, in this category, I am rooting for Ryan Coogler. Um, I'm glad that Josh Safdie was nominated by himself. You know, the Safdie brothers have been a thing for a few years, and last year they separated and did different projects. Um, Chloe Zhao, great filmmaker. She's known for her on-set locations and her use of natural light. Um, Paul Thomas Anderson, one battle after another. He has a reputation. He is beloved. Um, yeah. Obviously, I'm rooting for Ryan Coogler because he deserves it. He has not made a bad movie. Wakanda Forever is not a bad movie considering what he had to do, how hard he had to pivot and change directions. He still did what he does best, and he leaned on cultural significance, historical context, and he still crafted a story that was powerful and resonant. Um, yeah, best director. Will they split it? Like give Ryan Coogler best original screenplay, like he did at the Golden Globes, and I think or Critics' Choice.
Yeah, I think it was. I think maybe Chris Choice. I think maybe. Let me see.
Yeah, but best original screenplay. And then he made that appearance with his old teacher, who told him in school, you should go to Hollywood and write screenplays. You're that good. And I don't want him to split it. I want Sinners to sweep. I want Ryan Coogler to win best picture, best director, and best screenplay. So that's what I'm reading for in this category. Um, I won't be mad if Chloe wins because she will shout out Ryan as the one who deserves to win, as she did. I think at the Golden Globes. Josh Safdie, you know, I'm rooting for Ryan, but he did Marty Supreme. Benny did Smashing Machine. You either like Smashing Machine or you don't. Apparently, there's no in between. I haven't seen anyone give an in between reaction. It's they adapted a documentary, so that's you get what you get. I personally like Smashing Machine, but yeah, Marcy Supreme, Josh Safdie. Yeah, I don't know. I'm waiting for Ryan. Yeah.
Yeah. So my guess is they'll split it. I think Paul Thomas Anderson wins. So he's been nominated for 14 Academy Awards. So he had 14 Academy Award nominated. There, yeah. So he's got that. So I think this will be the year. I think they'll give him best director and they'll give Sinners probably best picture. That's my guess. I think they'll do that. Try to make everybody happy.
Yeah.
You mentioned screenplay. Go to that one. So what we got here? So you got adapted and original. So Sinners is nominated for original. So you got Blue Moon. It was just an accident. Marty Supreme, Sentimental Values, Sinners. It was just an accident. It's pretty amazing. That's pretty great. That's a great movie. Marty Supreme is a lot of fun. That's a great script. Sentimental Value is also really amazing. Sinners is also really great. This is tough. Of what they could give it to here. I feel like
Sinners.
It's tough. I mean, Sentimental Value. I might give it to that. If I had the personal pick there, that one, or it was just an accident. But Yeah, I mean they may could give it to Sinners too. It's just it's tough. It's a tough one. Then you got adapted screenplay. This is the one battle after another is nominated for. So you got Begonia, Frankenstein, Hamnet, One Battle After Another, Train Dreams. I guess One Battle After Another probably will win this one. This seems like the bigger one. I'm sorry. You also had Frankenstein as well. Sorry, I missed that one. Frankenstein.
Yeah, in this category, I'm definitely rooting for Frankenstein for best adapted screenplay. Del Toro's adaptation of that book, a book that I've not read. It's beautiful. I can only describe that film as beautiful, and I'm so happy I saw it in theaters because that film needs to be seen on a big screen.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my guess. I think One Battle After Another. That's my guess. It's gonna walk away with multiple awards. That's my guess. Then you got achievement in visual effects. I think this is. I mean, if Avatar doesn't win this, I mean, what the fuck are you doing? I mean, that's kind of the whole reason why you exist is to have the best visual effects. So, but you got Avatar, F1, Jurassic World Rebirth, The Lost Bus, Sinners. Did you see Fire and Ash? You saw Fire and Ash, right?
No,
Oh, you
no.
didn't?
I thought the first one from back in 2009, I thought it was mid. So I've kind of been on this boycott of the rest of the rest of the franchise. I did not see Way of Water. I opted out. I didn't see Fire and Ash. I'm like, man, James Cameron. Just kidding. But yeah, no, I haven't seen it. And I'm people who did see it, who love this franchise, this world, did say it's very repetitive of the second one, and I don't think it's gonna hit the 2 billion mark the way the last two did. So maybe this franchise, it's not, but maybe it's running out of steam.
Yeah. I mean, it did cross.
It's not running out of steam. It's still, it made $1 billion. People still love it. Yeah.
I don't think it made as much as the second one though, because the
It
second
didn't.
one made over
Yeah.
2 billion,
Yeah.
and then this one I think only made like $1.5 billion.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, this is, it hit $1 billion, but it's still the lowest, financially. Avatar usually destroys, the first one, $2 billion, the second one, $2 billion. And the third one,
Yeah, $1 billion.
$1 billion, just, not 2 billion.
Yeah. So I mean, if you don't win this, I mean, what the hell are you doing?
Yes. Best visual effects. It's cool the way, I forget the name, the guy, the director behind Maverick and F1, but
Oh yeah, Joseph Kosinski or Kosinski.
yes. I love the way he mounts a camera on a vehicle and just lets the vehicle go. It feels like you're there. It gives you that perspective of like, am I currently piloting this fighter jet? Am I driving at high speeds right now? Like, in seeing that in the theater, I can almost feel the pressure on my chest with like the motion, and it's really great. But that's more of like a practical, effect. Just mounting a camera on a moving vehicle. Sinners was fantastic. Again, I lied to you. The camera, goes around the juke joint, showing the past history of Black music and its contribution, and then we pan upward and see the ceiling is on fire. It's just great visual effects. That hue that the vampires have in their eyes, that not when they're red, but like you can see like they're soulless. That was really good. I didn't see Avatar Fire and Ash, obviously. I did not see The Lost Bus. Jurassic World Rebirth. The franchise that has become a guilty pleasure. Yeah, it looks great. It looked great. Obviously, I am rooting for Sinners. I wanted to sweep so bad, but it would make sense if Fire and Ash is obviously the clear choice. Yes, I'm not an idiot.
Live action short film. I don't know anything about live action. I haven't seen any of these, so I'll skip over that one. And then there's achievement in sound. I'd give it to F1. I have not seen this movie, Surat. I hear it's really good, but I have not seen it. But F1 is all about the sound and all about the vehicles and I mean, that's what it's made for.
The sensory overload, because they want you to feel, just like in Top Gun Maverick, they want you to feel like you are in the car with them when it's going, and you do.
Then also, so I'll skip over that one. Achievement in production design. I think this will probably be Frankenstein. I think your Frankenstein will probably win this one because you got Frankenstein, Hamnet, Mario Supreme, One Battle After Another, Sinner. I could see either going to Frankenstein or Sinners.
Yes. So I am rooting for Sinners. Obviously, I want to sweep. But which one deserves to win? Frankenstein. Del Toro is an old school filmmaker. He builds his sets. He builds everything. Everything you're seeing on camera is in camera. It is tangible. The characters, the actors can interact with it. It makes the world more immersive, makes it feel more real, which is just what you it wants. It's what you want. It's what provides you with that escapism, and everything from the castles to his laboratory, the dungeon where the creature was being kept in, the ship that's stuck in ice, and everything. I for this for this category, I am rooting for Frankenstein. It deserves it.
We already did song score. We already did achievement in makeup and hairstyling. I think this is another one Frankenstein could probably win too. So you got Frankenstein, Sinners, The Smashing Machine, The Ugly Stepsister. I
Okay.
don't really, yeah. So I haven't seen The Ugly Stepsister. I hear that's pretty good. But I think it's probably going to be between Frankenstein and Sinners. I think Frankenstein is probably going to win for makeup and hairstyling.
It'll be Frankenstein because Sinners is going to win for costuming
Costuming.
because that woman, I'm sorry I forgot her name. She's been working with Ryan Coogler this past few years. She won costuming for um, Black Panther, and she's like the most decorated black woman in terms of uh, Oscar nominations in this category. I believe. I think I read that earlier this week. So I think they're gonna give it to her for costuming, and rightfully so.
Ruth E. Carter.
Ruthie Carter, yeah. Look her up. Look into her. She's like a silent hero, and she's been racking up awards for her work, and rightfully so. Yeah. How many? Yeah. What's her name? Ruthie.
Yeah, Ruth E. Carter. Yeah.
Ruth.
Yeah. So she's pretty prolific there. Yeah. So apparently, so she's been around a long time here. I'm trying to see how many awards that she's
Yeah.
possibly won there, but she's worked on a lot of big movies. I'm a
She
stuff
she's won 2 Oscars for costuming.
for Black Panther and Wakanda Forever.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. And yeah, so and that's both of Ryan Coogler. I think she's gonna win for Sinners. Smoke wears the blue suit with the Irish gangster hat. Stack wears the red suit with the Italian gangster hat. Um, Pearline, Mary, Delroy Lindo's character, Sammy. There's there's a story in their clothing. Their clothing tells you about who they are as people. The clothing itself tells a story. Um, and yeah, I think Frankenstein will get the hair and makeup win, and I think Sinners will win for costuming because historically, so far she's been crushing it with the costumes.
Yeah. I think Sinners could win this one right here. Achievement in casting. I think it'll probably win that. I think
Yeah, it, it,
that's
it
a new
won.
category that they have.
Yes, because it won. I think at Critics' Choice or Golden Globes. It won a casting award, I believe, um, during one of those award seasons.
Then you got an international feature film there. And hey, how's it going there, Anthony? How's it going there, Stokes?
What's up? What's
Um,
up?
I'll be with you in just a moment there, man. Thanks for joining me, man.
Of course, of course.
So best international feature, Secret Agent, It Was Just an Accident, Sentimental Value, Sarat, voice of Hid Rajab there. I've seen 3 of these movies. I mean, there's a lot of heat on Sarai here. That's amazing. The voice of the Hid Rajab I hear is amazing. I think it'll probably go to Secret Agent. That seems like it's got the most heat on it. And it's a great movie. It's a really great movie. If I had to pick, I'd probably go It Was Just an Accident. That's what I would probably go with. I'd liked it more than Secret Agent, and I liked it more than Sentimental Value.
Oh,
So that'd be my pick personally. Then you got achievement in film editing. I think this probably also might go to F1. You got F1, you got Mario Supreme, One Battle After Another, Sentimental Value, Sinners. I know you want Sinners to sweep.
yeah. Editing. Hmm. Um. because Sinners is probably gonna win for cinematography.
Mm.
If I had to guess, because I put it on my Instagram story. I forget her name, but she's like the first Filipino woman to be nominated for best cinematography. If I can find it, Autumn Durald Arkapow is the first woman of color nominated for best cinematography at the Oscars, and she shot Sinners, and she's all about the lens and the lighting and how the two are important to come together. Um, so yeah, she'll probably win for cinematography, but best editing, hmm, best film editing. Um, Either one, maybe One Battle or F1. People really like that last scene on the highway, um, on
Yeah.
um, on One Battle. How can this long car chase have so much visceral energy? Um, but yeah, maybe either F1 or One Battle for best editing, and for best cinematography, Sinners.
Yeah. So we already talked about costume. You already voted for Sinners.
Mhm.
You got Avatar, Fire and Ash, Frankenstein, Hamnet, Mari Supreme. I could see either Sinners or Frankenstein getting it. Hamnet might maybe sink in there and get it.
For costume,
Um,
yeah. If not Sinners, then definitely Frankenstein, because again, the clothing is so specific to the character and tells you about the character before they even say anything.
and cinematography, you got Frankenstein, Mari Supreme, One Bell After Another, Sinners, Train Dreams. Train Dreams is gorgeous. I've seen some of the movie a little bit just from clips and the trailers. The cinematography of Train Dreams is gorgeous. Then you got Sinners, then you got Frankenstein. Um, I wouldn't be surprised if Train Dreams wins. I would either go with either that, Frankenstein, or Sinners would be my three for I think what would win. But yeah, but you're going Sinners all the way.
For
Cinematography.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, that was all the categories there. Um, thank you so much. Thank you, Chris, for coming on and helping me discuss with these Oscar nominations, man. Will you be available to join me again for the Oscar cast?
Absolutely. It'll be easier now that it's on YouTube.
Yeah. Yeah, so people can watch it there. One more time, man, let people know about you. What you got going on, what you got coming up next, all that good stuff.
Yes, the Black Stubs, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Threads, Blue Sky. Um, I think be on the lookout for my reaction for the Rip and the Sam Raimi movie. What's it called again?
Send help.
Send Help. Those would probably be the two I watch and react to next. And yeah, thank you as always. Like,
Do you
interact.
do you watch The Pit?
I do not watch The Pit, no.
I
But
think if you like The Bear, I think you like The Pit.
okay, okay. I love the Bear, so that's a good pitch.
Yeah. All right, man. Take care. Have a good one, man.
Thank you,
All right,
appreciate it.
Chris.
All right, dude. Good to see you, man.
Good to see you, bro.